Hey guys, Nate here, and today we got word that an old, somewhat controversial playlist variant will be available in Black Ops 3, and making its first appearance in a few years. It's been a while. So this is the Mercenary playlist, and this playlist had been continuing in Call of Duty up until Modern Warfare 3, when it made its last appearance, and I'm assuming the playlist populations just got too unhealthy to support it, or maybe the developers were just lazy, I'm not sure, but it was discontinued after Modern Warfare 3 release. And the idea behind the Mercenary playlist was that it was just a normal collection of game modes under the variant Mercenary, meaning you can only play without parties. There can only be single-player lobbies, or only single players could join Mercenary lobbies. There we go. And it was pretty cool. It would allow people that were kind of frustrated with going up against a lot of pub stomping parties consistently and didn't really have a team of their own at that time available to them. It allowed them to go find a game mode in which they can play, and they really wouldn't have to worry about getting the significant disadvantage that kind of accompanies going into a normal pub game against a well-coordinated party that's communicating. And considering the fact that Call of Duty players have this tendency to kind of find out the best players and just team up and create these super posses, it was a pretty cool and handy tool, but it was taken out in Modern Warfare 3, and the community kind of didn't hear anything about it since. No one really questioned it. It wasn't really a big controversial decision to remove it or anything. It kind of just went silently with the release of Black Ops 2. Well, today on Twitter, that all ended when a user by the name of Zebman31, which is just the epitome of creative usernames and Twitter handles, tweeted at David Vonderhaar, quote, "Will there be a Mercenary playlist in Black Ops 3 like Mercenary TDM or Mercenary Domination? Would be great for us solo players." So David Vonderhaar replied by saying, and I quote, "Probably, so long as the player populations are healthy enough to maintain sufficient results," end quote. So this is pretty cool. Back in the day when they were still available in Black Ops 1, MW3, MW2, Mercenary modes were a nice thing to fall back on if you didn't have a party available, because everyone only had their skill to rely on as an advantage, and no one could use communication or just teams against you when you were in this mode. Whereas in regular games, it was quite common that parties would run into other parties, and there'd be pub stopping parties running into just groups of pure randoms, and it kind of made the game slightly unbalanced, though I'm not particularly against that. And it was really cool if you were in that party pub stomping, but it was really bad if you weren't, where if you were needing to like carry your team, or worse, you were being carried. So it was a really nice thing to have, just knowing that everyone kind of was on the same level of participation. There wasn't any excessively highly advantageous players, unless of course they had the skill to back it up, in which case, I'm sorry, I can't help you. But that was a nice thing. I thought it was cool news. I'm not sure what he means by so long as the player population is healthy enough to maintain it, because I fear that Black Ops 3 is going to do good, but not that good. I mean, the player populations for Call of Duty have definitely been in decline since Modern Warfare 3. I think the statistic was like 2 million sales down per game. So if that trend continues, it's not looking good for Blaps 3. The good thing is a lot of people have confidence in Treyarch, so hopefully that'll allow the Mercenary playlist to at least stay up during the beginning of the game. Worst case scenario, I'd imagine they take it out maybe halfway through the game cycle. Anyways, guys, my name is Nate. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, a like rating is always appreciated, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye, everybody.